Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. I'm going to look at gold and silver, give an update here. We've been tracking down. We did break gold's chart pattern to the downside. I'd like to talk about all this stuff. Silver's looking much better. Gold's at least looking a little bit better on a short-term basis. On a long term, we're making a cup and handle pattern. You're going to check out my other clips for the big long-term chart patterns. This is focusing on more on the short term. So we'll jump in here, giving a gold and silver update. Here's gold, and you can tell it looked like it broke to the downside for sure. The positive thing is we've got a wick on this candle on the bottom. Typically that means it's a reversal pattern. I'd like to see this thing really take off and move to the upside. Tomorrow's December 1st. It's also a large delivery on the COMEX, so hopefully if this was being suppressed, it's kind of behind us, and let's see this thing shoot higher, hopefully. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'd like to see this thing move higher. I do like wicks on the bottom. Typically, wicks on the bottom mean that you're going to go higher, and it's a reversal pattern. Silver, again, we've got a wick on the bottom. So, maybe this chart pattern is going to hold. It's going to head higher, go towards the top of this pattern. Maybe we can break out. I don't know. But we need to move higher first before we get to that top of that pattern. So we got to put in work. So that's silver. Here's platinum. Platinum broke its flag pattern here to the upside, and we're kind of consolidating here. We've got some resistance through this section. I think if we break through this area in here, probably about 1,000, 1,020, if we break over this is gone. This is going to be really nice looking if we break above that. So I'm anxious to see what's coming up the next couple weeks and month to see if we can break up to the upside. I'm going to go through some companies here. Here's Ely Gold. It's just sitting right here at this nice, there's a lot of buyers down here. If you can look, there's support back here too. So I think it's just waiting to see where gold goes. If gold goes higher, I think this is going to go higher. So that's ELYGF. Here's GOLD, Barrick Gold. It's got a nice big update today, 1.98% in relationship to everything before it. Bullish engulfing, basically. So I think we got a bottom here. We got a little sharp, tight pattern here going down. Maybe this thing can turn around and go a lot higher. Still going to have to put in some work. Yamana Gold, same thing. I'm seeing all these big up days here. I don't know if you consider this a bullish engulfing or not, because it is these two, we've got a wick on the bottom. It came up. This is a nice reversal pattern here. Hopefully it can continue. It finished strong today, so maybe it'll continue and head higher here and break off the bottom of this big chart pattern. That's AUY, Yamana Gold. Here's Tudor Gold, a little bit flatter pattern here. It was a 3.6% update. We're still in this pattern. If we can break to the upside of this pattern, if we can get gold to move higher, this is going to be big. Here's Tower Hill International Mines. This is a bullish engulfing. This is a wick on the bottom. This to me looks like it's going to go higher. I would be a buyer right here, THM. Because you've got the bullish engulfing, you've got a wick on the bottom here, you've got a wick on the bottom here. If we get gold to move, this is going to go a lot higher, I think. It's going to be nice. GDX, it's looking good. Bullish engulfing here, right here. And then we got a nice big update that finished strong. So maybe we're putting in a bottom here. Maybe we're going to head higher. It's looking better and better as you look at the mining companies. And maybe sometimes the mining companies lead the gold price, and sometimes the gold price leads the mining companies. So we'll see. Here's EXK. I drew in another chart pattern here because it looked like we broke out. It popped out, came back in. That was that news day. I still think that was manipulated, and they pushed it back in. But bullish engulfing here. We got a nice little down, but it came back up. I think we're going to head higher. It looks like it's going to go higher here. You've got somewhat of a bullish piercing here as well. So this is a bullish piercing there. This is the same pattern as this, and it went higher. So I think this is mustering up the speed and the momentum to go higher and break out. So it's looking really good. So overall, what I'm seeing in the gold and silver sector is we've got gold is down, it broke to the downside. That doesn't mean that it's just going to go down. All of the mining companies look extremely strong, and I just shared some. They all look really strong. ISL Impact Silver looks good. Teuton Resources looks good. If you start typing these all in, They all look strong. They haven't broken their support lines. So if we get a move higher here in gold and silver, I think naturally all these mining companies are going to go higher. That might be a sign. If you're interested and you want a lower risk entry point, let these things move up a little, then you can buy. If you're aggressive like me, I just go in because I like the valuations, I like these companies, and I'm a long-term investor. I don't. It's okay if I eat a 10% downside here. I'll add a little bit more because I just nibble on these things when they're down here like this. So that's the gold and silver market update. I'm hoping that with the wicks on the bottom of gold and silver, that it's a reversal pattern and we move higher from here. Fingers crossed. So if you like this content, please subscribe. Click the thumbs up button. If you guys disagree or agree or just want to leave some comments, do it below in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and this is Finding Value.